Sheila, legend. Older generation, younger generation, and obviously because the man himself, Sir Colin's legacy we are doing here today, and his son is going to come up here and say a few words. His son, the most reluctant public speaker, but the man behind it all. So if Gary Collins would mind to come onto the mic and come and give us a little about what this is all about and why and how. Do not fall over, we are not insured to give you any money. So, Gary, please, a round of applause for Gary Collins, please.
Thank you very much, Judith. You said don't fall down, so, okay. Right, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for attending this event. For me, it's a very important historical event because who knows what was here before and what they took away from us. And for us to put something back to say that we was here, for me, it's history, all right? And that's what we're about history. My dad was somebody that was an avid collector of content, information, and he was a great community man. And he made sure that this place where we're all standing now would have some legacy in it, all right? So all the tower blocks around, this is the Collins Tower, this is the Labyrinth, the Dunbar's Tower. All of these are named after the people that we're going to be honouring today. And there's also some great sound systems that are going to be here to get their honour as well, okay? And one more other thing is that down at the end is the New Cross Fire Garden. All right, and who don't know, my brother died in the New Cross fire. So my dad always campaigned to kind of put some legacy or put something down so we can always remember them, okay? And the reason why the New Cross Fire Garden is down there is because on the first anniversary of the New Cross Fire in 1982, he planted trees in front of the house. But Lewisham Council said, you know what, you can't have those trees at the front of the house. So he brought them back to the club, the Four Aces Club, and planted those trees in the club's garden. Okay, so that's why we have in honour for the New Cross Fire Garden, Memory Garden. Okay, and when they took them down, if you remember last year, Hackney Downs, we planted them in Hackney Downs and we done the New Cross Fire Avenue. But barring that, the OGYG is the older generation passing on the information to the younger generation. And we have to do that in our times, because if we don't do it, who is going to do it? So I need to give thanks to everybody that's been involved in making this possible today. You know, I forgot my list of names. I've left them in the car, so I'm not going to say. I'm not going to peel off everybody's names, okay? But there's so many. Hackney councils have supported us throughout. Etienne Joseph, he's gone a bit shy on me somewhere around. He's over there, and I think you should come forward. Come on, man. Come forward, man. Come forward. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, because without that man, he's been supporting me for the last 5 years. He's the archive manager, all right, and he deals with decolonising the archives for us. You understand? So later on, we're going to be unveiling some stones in honour of all the honorees here as well. We're going to give them a medal. We're going to, you know, and it's got to be a nice time. But for me, it's all about history. There's so much history around here. I'm not going to tell you every single thing about it, but I would like everybody to learn about it and pass it on to the next generation, you know, because that's what it's all about. Big up Mr. Reggae Museum as well for doing the windows and all that. Thank you very much, Colin. All right. Big up Mr. Brightley from the No, all up there. Big, my brain went from Black Slate, all right, Mr. George Brightley, all right, big him up as well, yeah? I'm not a speaker, you know what I mean? I'm just doing this off the top of my head. But you know what? The show must go on, and without further ado, I'm going to give the mic to Judith, and she's going to introduce our next guest. Thank you.
Round of applause for Mr. Man who didn't want to come in the mic, Gary Collins. Okay, so we are going to bring up here the Mayor of Hackney. So when she comes, please give a good round, warm of applause for the lady by the name of Caroline Woody. Oh, and she's got her, hey, you're carrying your finals, here you go.
Well, thank you, Gary. You've made my job really easy because you basically just said everything that I had scripted for me. And the main thank you has to be to you, because I think not only is it a lot of work to put an event like this together and to fight, I guess, for a remembrance, a legacy to be held, it's like a real emotional journey for you as well to constantly be reminded of your brother. There is some free records being given away today. They're absolutely beautiful. One of them has Peace and Love. They all have Charles Collins connection. And the most stunning record of all is of Steve, of Gary's brother, who was lost in the New Cross fire. And I have to say, I'm really proud that in Hackney that we were able to remember all those children, all those young people that were lost on that horrific day with an amazing memorial of trees, of a piece of work, a plaque that we did with the old generation, young generation. And I'm beyond proud that we're able to have the memorial garden here as well and to continue that memory. It is hard sometimes to remember. It's hard to think about what's been lost, but it's so important to do it. I recognise that the plaque at the edge is talking about the battles that have been taking place with Hackney Council. I can see representatives from Open Dalston here who really took to the fight. And I recognise that 25 years ago, a couple of the people that I was talking to just now were dancing at the 4 races and looking at the video and the amazing little display we've got in the window of the library. And they must have been 5 years old because they don't look old enough to have been dancing 25 years ago. But that's phenomenal to sort of think about that history of people coming here. It was their square, it was their legacy, it was their music, and they owned it. And I don't want this to be a place where they no longer feel they belong. So it's so important that you've come back here and that you're working with us to be part of our story for the future, where this square is yours. It's the People's Square. And if you can bring music and you can bring dancing and you can bring the remembrance of those people that have been lost and should never be lost in such a way again, then I thank you all for being part of the next chapter of this very special place in Dalston. And the music that sits behind this, no one can stay sitting down when you hear the music, whether it's from Black Slate, whether it's Stevie Wonder, Desmond Decker, you name it, it gets you up on your feet, it makes you want to dance, and all the problems of the world can melt away, can't it, when you listen to music and you're dancing. That doesn't mean I'm off the hook. I know you're going to come to me and bring me your casework and bring me your challenges. That's your job, that's what you need to do. I'm here for it. I just want to say thank you so much to Etienne, to all the teams that have kind of worked on the engraving, on making a really sensitive memorial garden and doing what we should do as Hackney Council to remember the people that matter most. Thank you so much.
Amazing singer, vocalist, producer, that everything, by the name of Wayne Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want to hit G-spot. His name is Wayne Marshall. There you go, darling.
Go on with.
How you doing? You all good? Yeah, I hope you can hear me all right. Well, you don't know, Sir Clancy Collins is just a legend, right? So I'm just going to say a few words here. I started working with Sir Collins as a studio engineer in the late 80s, around 87, at a synagogue over in Sandringham Road, then called Roots Pool. Moved later over to Miller's Terrace, and that was my second job, after working with Chris Hansen from Black Slate. So spiritual how these things connect. When I reflect back, I see a man of true vision. He pushes through as an individual, but pulls together with the community. With Sir Collins, no matter what challenges he faced, his purpose was always the main focus. So it wasn't so much about Sir Collins' record label, the clubs that he helped to build, the organizations, the studios, the sound systems, the building speaker boxes, or even vibes. Those who knew him knew he had a special way of building vibes. So these things for Sir Collins were almost just tactics for his vision, as it was all about legacy. And the archive was going to help him to achieve that. Now, because of that vision, now many of us can confidently say we know someone who actually named a street Blue Street. We know because of that vision, many of us can confidently say we know someone who has a building named after them, Sir Colin's Tower. Now, because of that vision, many of us could confidently say we know someone who has built a beautiful garden in memory of those who died in the New Cross fire. And because of that vision, many of us could confidently say we can visit a true Walk of Fame, right, which is to be unveiled in Hackney. So, because of this vision, many of us could confidently say that Walk of Fame honors many black music entrepreneurs for what they've contributed to many people across the globe. I'm sure you know. As a member of the community, I salute the Roots Pool and Dalston Community Centre family. You played a great part in my growth and a great part in such a massive mission and a vision. Salute to Gary Collins and the Collins family for the work that you've done on keeping the Sir Colin's vision alive. And through the old generation, new generation, of course, which always has the community at heart. We salute all the dignitaries and community leaders and members who have supported that vision up until now. So although Sir Collins has left us physically, he's still here because of this great man. We now have, if not one of the largest, or one of the world's largest collections of material illustrating the life of African Caribbeans in the UK, spanning from 1957 to 2017. And look where it is. Yeah, look where it is. It's housed in the building, aka Cubies, aka Four Aces, aka the CLR Library, now known as the Hackney Archives. And you know where it is? It's right around the corner from the Blue Street. So, all I could say is, has anybody here seen my friend Sir Collins? Can you tell me where he's gone? He's freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. I just looked around and he was gone. Sir Collins, wherever you're there, salute!
His master sound, Collins, downbeat. Now here's what you girls and boys has been waiting for so long. And I hope you all are ready to do the rock steady with me. It goes like this. This sound is so sweet for your smart dancing feet.
Bite.
Now here's what I do right now.
Bite. Am I echoing? I'm speaking. Great. Hello. Bless up to that Wayne Marshall. That's why we don't need to put a G in the middle of it, because he is more than G-Spot. He is Wayne Marshall. Big up your whole self, Wayne Marshall. Please. So the next honoree is a man by the name of George Brightley, an entrepreneur, a club owner, a businessman, a sound system man. And he has a son that took up the mantle and had a band by the name of Black Slate. Who am I talking about? The one and only Anthony Brightley. Come up and speak upon your daddy.
Thank you.
shy today. You know that. What am I doing? Them a loot, them a shoot, them a all right. Yeah. Why, you'll have to wonder why me use that record, innit? Well, my daddy owned a club that was here, and it was called 007, the Sun Valley Club. And before he owned that club, he had a club called Queen Bee, which was at 99 Downs Road. Now, many people know the Queen Bee because that was the only club that was in Hackney, because no one could go to any clubs that was in Hackney that was of color. So my dad decided to say, you know what? I'm going to buy a house and convert the basement. That basement became the place where people had their wedding receptions, their christenings, their birthday parties, blues dance. Many sound systems that's named today had their first play there. Many groups that exist in Hackney rehearsed there. And I also played that record because my dad took me to a place called Lilola Hall to watch Desmond Dekker perform. And the Cimarrons, a British Caribbean band that was performing there, gave me a further inspiration to want to be on stage. When he had this club here, I saw people like Benny King. I saw Jackie Edwards perform. I never know what was going on. I just knew I was too young to understand, but it was something that inspired me to want to do some of that too. My dad said to me, he called me Tony. He said, Tony, listen. And when he told me to listen, I had to listen, right? He said, people have to eat food, people must drink, and people must be entertained. So in anything you do, make sure so you can provide, so you can look after them one way or the other, which is what my dad did. So many people here have got stories of things that my dad did. And to today, even I just sitting down, having a cup of coffee, and a man coming, you see this man, Father George Brightley, he allowed me to rehearse in his place for free. Thank you for that. Because sometimes you know things, but you miss the people. And when you hear somebody actually say it, you get a beautiful reminder. So my father, George Brightley, has managed to raise me and my brother Bernie, who really wanted to be here. And he said, boy, you just have to do what you have to do. So I stand not only for myself, I stand for my mother, Millicent Brightley, my father, George Brightley, my brother, Bernie Brightley, my children. I have 7 of them. And we have 7 grandchildren, which means that it now stop now. My grandchildren is here. Well, not all of them, but some of them. How much of my grandchildren is there? Just don't be shy. You're gonna have to talk one day like this. So I got my 2 granddaughters here, and why I say that is because it has to start somewhere, and it's important. And I'm telling you now, don't take this thing lightly. They try to erase our existence. Believe me. And look what happened now. Where they don't have weight, they can't move with, because we're in a stone now. I understand that. They had to rename the train line. Do you know how long that line was there dormant? They had to bring it back alive. And then they have to make the square. Then kill some away. Now we have a garden. That could grow forever. See, the only thing can happen here on this square is have more names. So when people walk, they're gonna say, so who are these people? Then you go to the top and read about them. Because this place was designed for entertainment. They got people living here, but you know somewhere campaign said the entertainment center have to come back of some kind. And we're gonna start the entertainment from today to let you know, so live entertainment must always be right here in Dalston Junction. And I'm gonna stop talking now because if I carry on, we have and we know we're gonna, I don't wanna run out of time because they give you a curfew. They don't want us to talk too loud because they put a limit on how loud we can play and how loud we can talk. So did everybody hear what I said today?
Yeah.
No. Did everybody hear what I said today?
Yes.
Make sure you tell one more person, at least one more person what happened today. Because this is history that is here forever. And we have some generation, we have children, and we have children's children. I don't know how much people have them children with them today. I hope somebody brings somebody with them to say, this is where I used to rave. I used to come every Sunday, or I used to come every Saturday. This is where it's right where I stand. All right, look, Judith, let me stop now.
Bless up, Agni. Bless up for the whole history and everything else. You know, what I love, we always hear us bigging up our mothers. I love listening to men bigging up their dads. And it's a beautiful legacy that we've had here. We've got two men that big up their fathers. Bless that all the time. So the next person we're going to honour, we've mentioned the club Four Aces. Some people know it, some people don't. We know Four Aces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm mumbling that, maybe I do. But most of us should do if we're from this ends. And the man that ran it, Mr. Newton Dunbar, there was a documentary. I don't know if anybody saw the documentary on Four Aces. If you haven't, look at it. It's a brilliant documentary. The man went through hell, being raided all the time because of the music that was being played there and just to disrupt him. But either way, we're going to bring up somebody to come and speak about the man himself, Natalie Dunbar. Please come up and big up Mr. Newton. What? Come in.
Police and thieves in the street, fighting the nation with their guns and ammunitions. Police and thieves in the street, oh yes, scaring the nation with their guns and ammunitions.
Hello. I know my dad would be so proud of what's happening here today. I know me and my children certainly are. It's a wonderful thing to see his work recognised in the place where pretty much the club was standing. My dad was immensely satisfied to have created a space for so many people in his community to come together legally and safely. This stems back to a time when there were no legal spaces for our community to gather, and it was a risk to do so. I think that when he opened the Four Aces, he had no idea what it would become, how well loved and remembered it would be. Even up to his death, he was still looking for ways to keep his legacy alive. And I know he always dreamed of reopening the club one day. Sadly, this never happened, but he did start to DJ, and he said he was taking the club with him wherever he played. Today marks his achievement and many others who are part of this bringing together of people. It wasn't solely my dad, it took a team of people to make this happen, and I'm so happy to see many of those people recognised today alongside my dad. I think I've done a little interview before he died, and we've got a recording of that we're going to play now so he can talk about what the club meant to him. So, over to you now.
as a music venue, and of course it prospered, and the people that came there were mostly black people, but there were a lot of white people there as well. It was a novelty to England. It was the first club that actually worked and was created in London, and in that aspect of things it was a pioneer. It went from strength to strength, but the people that came there were mostly black people, as I said before, but nothing of any violence went on. During the time of the Four Aces, it activated itself and remained a club that was, even though, because there were black people, I stated or assumed that it was a bad club. There was no peddling of drugs, even though there was no nightclub on there that actually having had an involvement in drugs. It was never on any level. People would sneak or smoke or something like that. But hard drugs were not known even to the black people. And it kept that way. And that's why we had no fights, etc. Because even though it's drugs and our class by the law, we had signs up all around, and we had our security watching out for them indulging. And it was 0.0 in that sense.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for coming on, doing that and honouring your dad. Really appreciate that. Can we another round of applause for Natalie and her child, please? Thank you so much. And we're staying with Four Aces with where he took over was the Labyrinth, the rave, the acid house time when people were doing their you know, the movements, sweating hard. So we want to bring on stage Joe Wesley.
Joe V-Track. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honour to stand before you today. I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to Gary Collins. Gary, your dedication and vision have been instrumental in bringing the Sir Collins legacy honours unveiling to Dalston Square. This moment would not be possible without you, sir. This project is more than a tribute to your father, the legendary Sir Collins. It's a celebration of the community he helped to build. He helped to shape, and the spirit of Hackney that continues to inspire us all. For me and for so many others, Club Labyrinth at the Four Aces was more than just a venue. It was a second home, a place where the music pulsed through our veins, where friendships were forged and where unforgettable nights became lifelong memories. From the Prodigy to Kenny Ken, from MC Creed to Billy Daniel Bunter, so many iconic journeys began at 12 Dalston Lane. That building nurtured talent, gave space to dreams, brought people together in ways that still echo today. To see the Stones of Honour unveiled with my name among them is humbling beyond words. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and pride. So once again, thank you, Gary, for your tireless efforts in preserving the vital piece of history and for ensuring the legacy of Sir Collins and the Four Aces lives on for generations. Let's continue to honour the past, celebrate the present, and inspire the future. Thank you all.
Yes, big up for Joe, the Labyrinth, the rave scene. Yes, and keeping the Four Aces going when it was given a hard time. Bless up to that. All right, so, Mr. Coxsone. In there?
He's in traffic.
He's in traffic. All right, so we'll move on and we will go to, is chicken?
He's in front.
Okay. Well, we'll move on from that one as well, because I do know that somebody else is here that I know. Well, I know he's I know his dad, like me and him was brethren or anything, but I was certainly raving at there. Who am I talking about? I was raving up at most of those places. You didn't think I was in my house. Well, I wasn't allowed out, but it doesn't matter. We all know about not being allowed out and still making it out, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So, we're talking about another foundation sound system. He was a producer, he owned a record label, he had collaborations with people like Prince Jammy, King Tobby and Bonnie Lee, elevating his exclusive dub plates. Who am I talking about? Fatman, of course. So Flip, if you can come and speak about your father, Mr. Fatman himself. Bless up, Flip.
Hello, good afternoon. One of Dutch Productions. I'm not going to stay long. Give thanks to Gary for the invitation. You understand? Give thanks. Thank you very much. I'm kind of nervous. I don't have nothing prepared, as I should have. My father come here 1962, and his journey, he used to follow other sounds until the sound he used to follow or be with left to go to Jamaica. And then he said, well, I don't have nowhere to go. So he built his own sound. The name evades me, I'm so sorry. He built his own sound, and he grew, his physical dynamics grew into the name. So that's why he come to the name of Fatman. Fatman. You understand? So he used to play Christians, blues, town halls, until later on the late night sessions used to happen, and Four Races was one of the venues he used to play at, alongside Jah Shaka, Coxsone, the sounds of those times. It's also good that he's been recognized as one of the foundation sounds. You understand? So I'm glad that his name shall live on. I myself have continued playing music. I'm playing the sound now. And we both used to travel and play music, listen music. We used to make dub albums together. And I'm so lost for words. But thank you for the recognition of my father, and may this, I'm so amazed by Blue Street, Sir Collins Tower, I'm blown away, so I thank you very much. You understand? Thank you.
Oh yes, now
Please give it up for Flip, the son of the man, Fatman himself. Carrying on the legacy of Fatman, just like the next person I'm going to introduce. Jah Shaka, the Zulu warrior, the man that played by himself. He had no selector, he was the selector. He was the man that played the record. He was his own white man. He was a one-man army. Jah Shaka, the dog man, the roots reggae man. He stayed true to himself. Whatever the audience looked like, his music stayed the same. I want to big up the young warrior that's carrying on the father's legacy to come in and speak about his papa, the one and only Jah Shaka. What? That was my echo, by the way. Jah. Come in, young warrior. Bless up.
Down in the
A little more volume on the mic. Can my brother and my mother please make their way forward? And some of the sound crew please make their way forward. Please. Please. Yeah. Yes, man. We have to honor those, you know? I want to say blessed love to each and every one. Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie the First. Jah! Rastafari, the name has to be called. The blessings have to be there. This is my brother. So it's not just me. Yeah. My mother's making her way through. Ampy, some of the original sound crew, Shaka sound crew is here. Yeah, Bungie, where you there? Don't hide. Yeah. And some new members, Mr. Prince, Parveen, big up yourselves. They're here as well, you know? So yes, mother, sound crew, and brother, you know? Original. So many people have sound systems, as you know. Big up Flip after big up Flip, original. One of the stalwarts, his father, Fatman, alongside my father, definitely. Many people have sound systems, but there's very few that use their sound system to uplift a nation of people. Now, when my father built his sound system, he committed his sound system to Rastafari, and also for the empowerment of black people as a nation, to give them, you know, that musical upliftment. Give them music that became a musical history book, where people learned about where they came from, their culture, and where they should be. That was my father, and he committed over 53 years of sound system to doing so. He has traveled every corner of the earth, taking the message of Rastafari to the masses, to where you can go to a Shaka dance and you will see all different nations, like how we are here now. We see Indians, we see Asians, we see Chinese, we see the white, the black, the youngs, the Jews. We see every nation in a Shaka dance. Shaka has become one of the pillars and one of our national heroes from the Windrush generation here in London and the UK. And this, I have to big up Mr. Collins, to have his name here in East London, that is going to be unveiled shortly. I say much love and thanks for that. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, he's a national hero for black people and a nation of oppressed people. My father made sure when you left his dance, you felt better. When you left his dance, you felt great. When you left his dance, you felt like a king. When you left his dance, you felt like a queen. That was the work of Shaka Sound. Yes? That was the work of Shaka Sound. So I am here continuing his legacy musically and making sure his legacy goes on and on and on. And that is my duty as his child and his son. Whenever my father needed a hand, I was right there. I was his right hand. So I continue to be his right hand, even though he's not with us today. Many people may not know he's not with us today. He's with us in the spirit realm. But his works and legacy and memory live on through each and every one of you here today. So I say thank you for coming. And thank you to the legend, the greatest Zulu warrior of all time, the king of sound system, Rastafari, the man, Shaka, Jah Shaka. Yes, man. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Yes, man. The tune up to play.
All right, then. So, we have a man, and he goes by the name of Coxsone International. This man has set foundation, another foundation man who's been out in the roaring 20s, that club in the West End. My man has been doing things from time, own label, playing music, setting up his dubs, entertaining the audience and the crowd from time. I know Lloyd Coxsone. Do you know Lloyd Coxsone? Put your hands together for the one and only Lloyd Coxsone!
I am extremely pleased to convey my personal greetings and the greetings of our organization, the African National Congress,
much respect,
and from the people of South Africa, to the Coxsone sound system. I am extremely pleased to African National Congress and from the people of South Africa to offer Coxsone sound system.
I got to speak when you leave me, and I'm tougher than your daddy too.
Yeah. Massive respect to everyone and greetings, right? Yeah, man. Enough love, you know, and thing, you know. Yeah, man. It's good that today you can invite me here about the plaque and thing, but it's not only about Coxsone sound, you know. We have some great pioneer sound before Coxsone who we respect, right? Man like Count Sucker, right? Metro Downbeat, Juke Vin, Fatman, right? Juke Reed, Juke Lead, right? And many more soundmen that come before us who we learn from, you know? So we mustn't forget about them, you know? So massive respect to all the pioneer soundmen, them, the godfathers of the sound system from 1953 coming down, you know? But yeah, I'm on Lloyd Coxsone. I went on a journey from 1963 playing other man's sound, and then I have the ambition to build my own sound and carry on from there until today, you know, and help a lot of people along the way who had the ambition to get into music business. I help all who I could, you know. I just hear a song play a while ago with the young Louise Marks, and it was right here at the Four Races Club. I used to run a Wednesday night talent show, and she come right here at the Four Races Club, and for 3 weeks she sing and she won everything until we go and record Catching a Lie. We never know where it was going to go, but Catching a Lie automatically become big song, you know. So massive respect for all the people who support it, you know, and things. So yeah, I spent 4 years in the Four Races Club right here that them build up this beautiful place, and you know, with Mr. Newton, and Four Races was a success. We started every Wednesday night until it moved on to every Sunday night, and we have so much sound system clash here. A lot of sound get beaten, you know, but it was nice. It was really nice, you know, and things. So thanks everyone, you know. Coxsone is still here. Coxsone is still going, you know, because we have to teach the younger youth them this thing, you know. So we'll never make Babylon stop we from good this thing, because it is I and I who build this reggae industry in England. And what happened in England today, white people take it over, right? And what they want to do, we build the industry, and they want us to come and work as slaves for them who take it over. But we're not going to make it happen, you know? And the trouble is, we have so much people in the music industry, everybody is tight-lipped. Nobody wants to speak out about what is going on. Take Burning Spear. Burning Spear sing the most cultural music, where everybody love and buy. And when you turn up to see Burning Spear on a stage, there's a white band back in Burning Spear, right? And so many of our artists has been backed by white band, and we have so much black band in England who don't get no opportunity to do nothing, you know what I mean? So these are the things that I speak out about. And Babylon don't like when I speak out about these things. But I'm not afraid. I'm born and grown in Jamaica. I don't afraid for people. I always speak out. I'm not putting money in front of my principle. You understand? But we must speak out, because we build the reggae industry, right? And we watch it take over by white people. I'm not prejudiced or nothing, but I love to speak the truth of what's happening, you know what I mean? But our people, what I don't like about our people, you will be see the thing happening and you're afraid to speak out. Why are you afraid to speak out? You must speak out about the thing that is affecting you and that is not right for you, and that's what I do. I always speak out about the thing. And everything I speak about is true, you know what I mean? But I don't put nobody in the reggae business away from the great sound system man them that pass, who some of them go to prison, some of them get beat up, police brutality, we suffer racism to the highest level to play our music, you know. And I want to say big up to all the people from all the Caribbean island, because you are the one who helped our Jamaica music to be big in this country. So massive respect to all of you, right? Love. Yeah?
So you got to lean over when the cops come and take over, like I say. Too bad. Do your thing. This a cops time. Too bad as I would say. This a cops time. This a cops time. You come and see you drink your wine.
All along this space, all along the Blue Street. If you know about Blue Street, we're talking about Shabine and everything there, yeah? So this is Blue Street, this was named for these, yeah? So we are honouring 10 great people here today, and I don't even have to say too much, because this is the first time this has been done, and we've done it. So to honour everybody, it's a bit wet, but they will dry out and they will fix them up and everything. But this is it. Names in stone. Yeah? No,